We're here in Hale, Michigan. We recently inherited this house from a family friend that just passed away, and they've been living here since like 1920. They migrated here and built this house out of popple that they cut in the back, and they've accumulated quite a bit of stuff here. A lot of this stuff is going to go to the family. Before we kind of lay it out for people to go through, we kind of want to go through the stuff because there's also a lot of trash as well. But we want to kind of go through it, and we've been finding like really interesting things that, you know, just by going through stuff in the kitchen, you find stuff that's like 50 years old. And we started to go a little bit into the attic, and there was stuff that was like 100 years old up there. So we've brought some of the boxes down to the living room, and I kind of want to just, you know, walk with you through some of the boxes and show you some of the stuff that we found. This is just a fraction of what's up here. And if you look, the ceiling's sagging. There's just so much stuff packed up here. Downstairs was like this too, but we've gotten rid of a lot of the stuff, and a lot of the families came and taken a lot of the stuff out of the house. But yeah, we're just trying to clean up the attic right now because there's just so much stuff up there. So this is a really cool thing right here. North American solid state transistor tape recorder. This is from like the 50s. And look, everything's in there. There's even a tape inside here. I'm interested in hearing what's on there. Some cool books.
Yeah, that's a cool vintage sewing machine.
Check this out. The Metro Mighty Vac. It's like the first shop vac. Check this out. Whew. Dusty. They're held together by springs. That's awesome. The Herald of Holiness, 1987. Some old newspapers. A prime rib dinner in 1987 was $7.95. Fish and chips on Friday with the soup and salad bar for $5.75. One group of citizens filed a petition asking for the reinstatement of the Township Police Department, which was disbanded June 30th. A second group filed a petition asking not to reinstate department. Supervisor Harold Beck appointed a committee to discuss police protection for the township with the Ogemaw County Sheriff Department and the county commissioners. They were like, defund the police, all the way back in 1980s. Yeah. It's just so many letters and newspaper clippings. An elderly Prescott man and a former janitor at Prescott Elementary School were apparently burned to death Sunday evening while trying to burn off a field near their house. I'm gonna need a chair. There's so much of this stuff. An envelope for stamps in 1983. Just full of newspaper clippings and letters. That's pretty cool. Jesus stickers, you know? Wow, so many memorial service cards. It's a napkin. Happy 25th anniversary. June 26, 1962. Cecilia and Tom, August 15th, 1964. Florence A. Clark, born 1896. In memory of John W. Clark, born 1872. Funeral services were held for John W. Clark, 88, who passed away at Toll-Free Memorial Hospital in West Branch on Saturday. Rosa Ann Barnum, born 1876. Yeah, there's so many of these. Albert William Kaiser, born August 3rd, 1883. Handwritten note from 1983. Wow. Dear Dorothy and Larry. Hi, I got your letter. It was so nice of you to write. I'm going to get my cataracts off my eyes real soon. I've been doing pretty good lately. How about yourselves? I told everyone that you said hi, and they said hi back to me to say to you. P.S. I just wanted to say God bless you and I love you all. Plus, don't you forget me. Try to write me a little bit more often. Love always, Bill William Howard. This was like the texting of that day, and they wanted to save all of their texts. Boy Scouts.
Dan still works as a waiter at a restaurant, and his wife is looking for a job. Hard to meet rent and car payments. Dale works at a theater and part-time at Kmart for less than $4 an hour and having money trouble. Al and I are doing just great. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
A giant card. Paul Bunyan and his Red River Camp.
I love the story of Paul Bunyan.
Now that you're saved. It doesn't take much of a man to be a Christian, but it takes all of the man there is. There's just so much dust everywhere, and I want to save my lungs. So I think it's safe if I wear this mask. I've been organizing these books, put the couches over here and stuff, and put some other books over here. All of the family heirlooms, funeral cards, letters, newspaper clippings, and pictures and stuff like that. I put inside this suitcase. And Uncle Pete's Bible from '66. A bunch of these really cool obituary cards, or like funeral cards. How cool is that? Stuff is piled. There's just a ton of garbage. Actually, the majority of the stuff up there is just garbage. Old boxes, papers, old clothes that have gone bad. Let's keep going through it. Let's see what else we can find. Okay, these are some old John Deere tractor manuals. From '79. Wow. Looks like it's been kind of eaten away at though. I would classify this as junk. Empty box. So much stuff. Reynolds Wrap aluminum foil was 37 cents. I've been doing this all day now, and even though we haven't even touched a fraction of what is in the attic, I've kind of organized things, and it's like a time warp in there into the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. So we got an old CB radio. Let's look at some cobwebs on it. Some old magazines. Check out this old stapler. Some lead paint. Check it out, it's this house. And here's a little sewing box. And this box has this really rad design on it. Ooh, this is really, really cool. This is the original computer. This is one of the first computers. And I found this magazine. It's in mint condition. And you can see all of these computers and what their prices were back in, man, I don't even know when this magazine was published. See all these like different computer attachments. Software. So here's this newspaper with a little spaceship on it. Unidentified flying objects. In the beginning, creation or evolution. And the supernatural mysterious powers. An old hairnet. And I found some of these tapes. I wonder if there's anything on here. And I went through a ton of clothes, and these are the only ones that I found that were kind of like decent. A lot of them were just junk. I love this one. I love this button too. These are awesome. Oh yeah, and this one is super nice. And there's a ton of books. A lot of like tractor manuals. Just a bunch of different types of books. It's like one of the first Guinness World Record books. And that's pretty much it for now. My friend Jay might come up here tonight and help me get some more stuff down from the attic. And maybe we can go through it. There's so much stuff up there, it's ridiculous. But this has been a lot of fun. I feel like I've learned a lot about Uncle Pete. You know, just the stuff that he was interested in. I know not all of this stuff is his, but, you know, I guess it was stuff that was in his environment. I know what stuff is his. It's cool that, you know, this VIC-20 box, because that was like one of the first computers I started using. If you see my other videos on my YouTube, you'll see that I do programming videos, and I'm a software engineer. The way that I started learning about taking things apart and diagnosing problems was working with Uncle Pete on cars and just a bunch of little electronics and stuff. And when I was about like, man, I don't even remember how old I was, he had this computer, and I started messing around with it, just learning different things about this computer, and it's cool to see that, you know, yeah, that's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna try to get a vacuum so I can try to sweep some of this stuff up. I'll keep you updated. Maybe we'll go up in the attic tonight and get more stuff. Time to go back up into the attic. Look how much stuff we found though. This is crazy. So much stuff we've already gotten down, but like we've probably only gotten like 30% of it down. It's just ridiculous the amount of stuff, and there's stuff on this side as well. A lot of this is over here is just garbage.
told us, don't lose anything. This is before my time. This is like my dad. You need to make him a Lone Ranger. You give him a mask. You remember that movie, Lone Ranger?
DeMoss General Store, 1963.
He was really into making stuff. Look at that. It goes back in there. Oop, oop, oop. There it is.
Guess how much his bank balance was in 1957?
Bank balance?
Yeah.
A couple thousand.
$4,500.
Nice.
I would have never guessed that there was this much stuff. And we're probably halfway through the attic right now, but there's still just so much more stuff up there. We're kind of just continuously doing this iterative cycle of bring a little bit of stuff down, go through it, throw away the junk, and then, you know, kind of just pile up anything that has any value. Then our plan is, once we got all the junk out of the way, then we should be able to like set things up to kind of display them. But we still have a ton of work. Like I said, we're only 50% through the attic right now, which, wow, that's just a ton of stuff. And we still have the kitchen. There's a bunch of stuff in the up in the cupboards, and then there's this little thing over here, and there's just a ton of stuff in here. Not to mention, there's a basement to this place, and oh my gosh, we don't even want to go there yet. Check out this book. What up? Shredded paper. There's nothing in there. You know, you'd think that it would be holding something of, like maybe it's fragile or something. A box full of that stuff. Found a few of these. The Mighty Vac, it works. And good too. You just don't make them like they used to, don't they? Day 3. I think I'm gonna have some help today. Hopefully. I don't know if they're necessarily gonna want to work on this, but there'll be people here. Damn it. Ooh. This is cool.
Oh my God! You tell me what's heavy.
Hey, you can see above the kitchen over here.
Yeah. Is there stuff in there?
No.
Good. You're not throwing it, are you? That's the 70s. For sure. take you all night to go through it. Are you over 50% now?
Yeah.
That? Man, that's older than me. That is super cool. Don't spill that on you.
Oh, so gross. I gotta get in the shower. All showered up now. Almost puked. Got some weird stuff on my foot. Smelled really bad. And everywhere I went, it followed me. The basement, not clean, but it's a little bit more organized now. Let's check it out. Check out all these cool jars and tins. And wow, the smell, it's powerful. It's crazy. There's food from like the 60s in here. Wow, it's just, the smell is so overwhelming down here. Check out this old fridge, Firestone. Another old Maxwell's House coffee jar. An old bug sprayer. had to take a little bit of a break. It got a little overwhelming, but look, the front yard's cleaned up. Pretty much everything's out of the attic. Still a ton of stuff around here. Pretty much a lot of this is just garbage. And we worked on the kitchen today. And all of the stuff is out of all these cabinets. And the basement. This is awesome. Wow. No more shelves over here. You can walk around. Oh, look at this. An ancient ice tray. Oh my gosh. I just broke a piece of history.
Got a can of spray snow. White spray snow, it says.
That works too. Don't waste no time. You burnt your hair a little bit.
Did I? Did I really? How bad is it?
Not bad. You can brush it out, but you need to stay a little bit further back. Jesus, you burnt the back of your hair too.
Really?
These are some cool pants.
They are cool. There you go, some corduroy.
2-year recovery from that to get back to the levels we were at in 2019.
Who do you think they're painted by?
Uncle Pete?
No.
Aunt Marilyn?
You? No.
Oh, Mom? Really?
Yeah, it's Mom's.
Holy crap. Like all of this?
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Wow.
Watch that. That one's loose.
No, those are neat. Wish that wasn't broke.
I don't think. Is it broken?
Yeah.
No, it's not broken.
It's the way it is.
Yeah.
It's the way that one is too.
Yeah, you just gotta put that back in. Good to all the dirty dishes. They have a tale to tell while others may go hungry. We are eating very well.
Oh, I remember that picture used to hang in the living room.
Wow. Is that the
I know.
original?
It might. It's been here for a long time. I'm going to tell you that. It could have been, okay, way back then.